Hi guys, it's Jo Davison here, co-founder of Crack It University and also co-author of this book, Crack It 5 Steps to Creating Your Wow Chiropractic Practice. Just returned from another practice visit today, and one of the topics that we were talking about was guest storybooks. So I thought I'd just take a couple of minutes to share with you a brilliant strategy that I was teaching today. So gone are the days where we are happy with the testimonial book. If you've got a testimonial book, well that's great, but actually it's really not kind of where you want to be going nowadays. What you want to be having are guest storybooks that give us social proof, credibility and demonstrate community and just how brilliant you are and why someone would want to have care with you. So let's just think for the moment about when we'd use the guest storybook. The guest storybook should be kept open on the chairs in your welcome area. If you tuck them away on the wall or kind of on the nice you can get those sort of shelving magazine type racks. If you keep them in there, no one's going to go pick them up and open it because they just feel like, oh, is it for me? So keep your guest storybooks open on the chairs so people have to physically pick them up in order to take a look at them. It kind of opens it up for them to feel like they're allowed. On the front cover of your guest storybook, you need a picture of you. And that is really important. It needs to be a picture of you and the you who's going to turn up to see me as a new patient in a minute. So I suggest that you really have your uniform on if you have uniform, or certainly an outfit that resonates with how I'm going to see you. And what's going to happen is when I turn up for my new patient consultation and I'm greeted by your wow CAs, after they've filled in the paperwork and settled me in and given me a practice tour, they're going to give me your guest storybook to have a little peruse of before I go through with you. This is really important that we then have a guest storybook that's going to serve building rapport and trust. So on the front cover of it, you're going to have your picture. Then I want you to imagine OK Magazine. OK Magazine is exactly what we want for your guest storybook. What that means is it's not just reams and reams of articles and long testimonials. We want lots of pictures. Pictures speak 1,000 words. So front page is your picture. Next bit on the inside is another picture of you and your story of why the heck you're a chiro or why you are the practitioner that you are. Make it compelling, make it something that I can relate to. If you've had pain and that's why you changed your life to become a practitioner, tell me the story of it. It builds the rapport that says, I know how you feel, I've been through what you are experiencing. If you haven't had pain and that's not why you became a chiropractor or a practitioner, again, it doesn't matter, but tell us something about your voyage into this magnificent profession. Again, so by now you've got 2 pictures of yourself in this book. Then as we go through, you want to add in some guest stories or patient stories, and that's not just the testimonial of I came in with this and whatever, but get them to give a little bit of experience of how they've been treated in the centre and really how they felt the improvements that they've seen. Then we want some pictures that show the community in your practice. If you are just children, as I love to do, they often come in with their toys. I've adjusted, I'm sure you have too, Peppa Pig, dinosaurs, teddy bears, crocodiles, the whole lot come in with these children. So make sure if you have got a child coming in who's brought with them Barbie, that we suggest Barbie has her spinal check, and while she's having her spinal check, we get a photograph. Just to again show that we are human and that actually we're great at taking great care of anyone who comes our way. Then we're going to have some pictures of you with guests. We would take pictures at birthdays. We'd also take pictures at graduations, new babies, celebrating well-being adjustments. Say if someone got to like their 20th or beyond adjustment, we'd celebrate them. It could be moving house. It could be if someone bought us a present. So I was in a practice quite recently and one of the patients brought in some lettuce. 2 lettuces anyway. And I watched as the CA took the lettuces, said to the patient, oh thank you, put them behind the desk, and was never mentioned again. And then the chiropractor, fantastic team, fantastic chiropractor, came into our session that I was leading for the team and kind of put the lettuce on the floor. And I went, whoa, no, what's happening with this lettuce? And they all looked at me like, what do you mean? And I said, if someone brings you a gift, it doesn't matter what gift it is. You always thank for the gift. You take a photo of you and the team and the patient with the gift. And that then is going with their permission to go onto your social media, it's going to go into your guest storybooks, because for someone to bring you presents, they obviously are one of your raving fans, so don't forget to capture that. Then what we would do is send them a thank you, and they'll thank us and we thank them, and it really helps the dialogue to really appreciate, and it's also great fodder for your guest storybook. So think about that. Also, if you want well-being, you may have patient appreciation parties every year. I would take a picture of myself or Steve with the guests every year, and that really had a great voyage of like, here's me and this guest in 2001, here's me and this guest in 2003, this is me and the guest in 2005, hey, this is me and the guest in 2015. We love to keep them well. So the guest storybook is something which is really not utilised to the full capacity. It's used when new patients come in. It's also used when guests come in. And it really is an important part of 1, your social proof, 2, your referral strategy, and 3, your credibility. I always say to our cricketers that when you have your guest storybook, you want to have at least 7 pictures of yourself in the first part of that book, mixed in with the stories, with the pictures of you with other guests, with the thank you cards, with the kind of anything that you've been bought with you with a photo of the guest. Because when you as the practitioner walk towards me after I've been looking at your guest storybook, I want the patient, let's say, to think, oh, here you come, you're my person, I recognise you. We've started to build trust and rapport before we've even met. So think about your guest storybooks. Do you have nothing, in which case, come on, you can do better than that? Or is it that you have the kind of stuffy old testimonial book with no pictures, just ream of stories? Well, well done you, but really I implore you to really take some action and just update it. Get some more credibility, some more community, some more social proof, and it really will be a useful tool for you to use in your practice. Anyway, so that's it for now. Please, if you just do one thing from these videos, I would really recommend that you review your guest storybook.